Hello. So I wanted to start today this little video with a quote it's from Baird T Spalding. He's the writer of Life and Teachings of the Masters of the Far East, and if you haven't read it, I suggest you very much should read that book. It is fantastic, and it is like my Bible. So the quote is, "There is no healing. Healing is the name for a condition that comes about. You cannot keep perfection away if you allow it to come to you." So, as you can guess by the title of this video, and by that quote, we're going to talk about a little healing today. I think I have quite an expanded knowledge of healing because I have, through my 26 years of this physical incarnation, have had cancer twice, had a bone marrow transplant, had a hip that was supposed to be replaced when I was 19 and was told I could never run again, and now I'm sprinting and doing CrossFit and playing basketball every day. So, healing is really our body's natural state. There can be no healing because truly there is no discord. When we see perfection in everything, when we see perfection in ourselves, we recognize that if I am perfect, then there can be no disharmony within my body. The disharmony that is happening within this physical vessel is caused by the thoughts that I'm thinking, and therefore the emotions that I'm feeling. Right? Seeing as that our emotions are our guidance of what we're thinking, then everything stems from our thoughts, right? My emotions are saying, Zach, if I'm happy, you're in harmony with what your higher self, your God self is thinking. If I'm feeling bad, if I'm feeling sick, then I'm in disharmony with what my higher self is thinking, right? So that's in Judeo-Christian religion, I guess we could call that sin. But in reality, there's no sin unless we see the sin. Our body's natural state is one with nature, is one with the infinite principle, the life force that is moving through us. If you look at the trees don't grow ugly. They don't grow sickly. They just keep growing beautifully. And as the seasons change, the leaves will fall off. And if it looks like they're dead, they're really not dead. They're just in transition. But the same life force, if we look even deeper, if we look at a bigger picture, the same life force that is flowing through the trees is the same life force that is flowing through our bodies. That is allowing our cells to function. There's trillions of cells right now in our bodies that we can't perceive, but they're functioning at such a high rate, digesting food, taking oxygen to, up and using it in the energy cycle, and making sure, there's just so many, there's just so many processes. If I explained all that, it would take years to explain all that. It's such a fantastic, magnificent vessel that we have. And there's life moving through us. That's why we get older and we lose that fun, that enthusiasm for life. We die. And what death is just really the body letting go of you, who you really are. Because you've lost that passion for life. You've lost how to learn. You've lost not how to learn. You've lost that innate knowing. Oh, there's a fly over my head. Can you hear that? Whoa! I just hit him. Sorry, fly. Ugh. But we've lost that feeling of having fun for life, of enjoying it. Look at children. Why do they grow so quickly? Everyone will say, that's DNA, that's science. It could be. But it also could be that they're growing because they love life so much that they enjoy it. That they play. They have fun. They're infused. Enthusiasm, right? It means to be infused with God. How beautiful is that? So the healing, just as when we get a cut on our skin, we don't question if that's going to heal. The skin closes back up, it pinches itself, the body has tons of amazing little processes that allow the skin to grow back together, heal itself up, so it's brand new skin. Excuse me. Just the same way, the body has miraculous ways of curing cancer, of curing any dis-ease. It's dis-ease. That's really what it is. And right now, I'm incredibly grateful for the doctors and for the medicines that I received when I was at that age where I, was going through my chemotherapy treatment and when I had this diseased state in my body. But this diseased state will dissipate, will dissolve as soon as you recognize that it doesn't exist. That it's only coming about, the condition has only come about through your lack of acknowledgement that you are perfection embodied. That you are spirit, you are the spirit of life, you are the principle, you are the beginning. Right? Like money, we have a principal amount and then we have a tax amount. You're the principal amount. You are from the beginning. That's how we die, we lose that excitement for life, that fervor for life. We die and we come right back. And maybe that's a good reason why we forget. Remember, forget, remember, forget, remember, forget. Because we forget when we're born who we are. And so we learn to have fun again and we can re-experience that. That's another video. I'll do that next time, karma. But healing. Healing is our natural state. The body always knows what it needs to do to heal. But the task is for us to constantly remind ourselves, yes, I am perfection embodied. There can be no disharmony in my acknowledgement that I am God. I am all that is. We are all infinitely connected because we are all the ocean. The ocean of life. You can separate yourself and say, I'm just a drop. That's fine. And that's beautiful because it's our path. We all go through that. We all, and still, even at times, I'm talking to you right now trying to give you advice. I still feel at times that I'm just a drop. But then I remind myself, I'm the ocean. I'm infinitely connected with the divine principle because I am the divine principle. We are all the divine principle. We're all brothers and sisters. We're all one. We're all each other. And from that state of harmony, there can be no disharmony. From that state of awareness, there can be no disharmony. From that state of remembering and understanding and acknowledging who we are, there can be no disharmony. And then that diseased state dissolves. Do you see? I thought that would be fun to say that. I always see this guru, he says that, do you see? But I didn't sound as good as he did. That sounded forced. Anyways, that's my video on healing. There is no healing. Healing is a name for a condition that comes about. You cannot keep perfection away if you will allow it to come to you, to be you. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'd love to hear them. And I will talk to you guys soon. All my love.